Hey guys, welcome to the channel, Team Bright RC. It's probably been 2 years since we have uploaded something to the channel. I got Millie on back here hanging out, giving my camera girl for part of this. But my Uncle Nelson, I hope you're watching this. This is to Nelson video for my Uncle Nelson. He bought a Traxxas Xmaxx from a hobby store. He bought the Xmaxx and some batteries, 2 sets of batteries with it, LiPo batteries. So what I recommended to him was, let me check it out. Let me make sure the batteries are still good. One bad thing with the LiPo batteries, when you're not using them, you need to put them on a storage mode, somewhere right around 3.86 volts per cell to stretch the life out on the LiPo battery. And there's times that, you know, you can have at 3.86 volts and it'll just continue to slowly drop down over time. So he's not used it. Who knows how long it'll be for the pawn shop to use it. So I recommended to send it to me. I'll check the stuff out. He did get an ID charger with some of the batteries that were included. The batteries were 2 SMC brand 9700 LiPo batteries and the 6700 ID battery. So you got the ID charger, which I believe the ID charger is capable of charging both of these chargers inside. We don't really need to show that. But I noticed, looking at the batteries here, well, these batteries got some puff to them. I mean, that's, for a LiPo to puff, that's not good. That's not good. And if you get LiPo batteries that are puffing like that, something's going on there. So of course I did, what you should do is check the voltage. And even on these, I mean, these, I've not used the ID batteries, but these are tight. These are very tight. I don't know they should be that tight. Maybe they should be, but it's certainly worth it to check the volts. So to check the volts, I have a Venom volt checker here to see what your voltage is on the batteries. What you're going to do is get your little lead here. It's only going to go in here one way. You can't mess it up. And you're going to attach those to the left side right here, and it's going to show our total volts and each cell volt. Now, with that being said, I've already tested this, and I'm saying this because I know what it is. They were full. They were, I think, 4.18 volts for each cell on the 4 cell was too high. I have used them to help get some of the power off. Here we are, total volts going to show right now currently at 16.1 volts, 403, 404, 406, and 405. So definitely way too high a voltage. And what happens when you charge the LiPo battery, there's so much power. The way I picture it is the power, you put the power in the battery, and it's just constantly spinning. You got to drive the RC. I wouldn't leave it overnight. Maybe some people would. I wouldn't leave it overnight. If you're going to charge it, you need to use it sometime that day and go out and just burn the power off of the battery, because you leave it there and the battery has swollen. So it's damaged, you know, some of the cells on the inside there. Now you might be able to recharge these and keep using them, recharge them, keep using them. However, in my experience, I had an Xmaxx. I had my own Xmaxx, and I had a damaged cell from pushing the batteries too hard, but I kept using them. And one time I was driving my car and had the LiPo battery explode while on the charger in the hatch of the car. And guess what? The car went up in flames. I'm driving down the road. You couldn't just stop and pull over. By the time I got pulled over, the flames coming over the hood, I mean, it happened in a matter of minutes, melt the car to the ground. I'll include the link to my Corvette catching fire from a LiPo battery explosion in the bottom. I can't put it on the screen here because I just don't know how. Let's be clear. But I'll put the link in the bottom if you care to see the Corvette catching fire while driving down the road from the LiPo battery exploding. But both of his batteries are swollen. Now this one here, it doesn't have those same leads here, balancing leads. I think it's what's called balancing leads or ports. Doesn't have that. So in order to check these, I have not used these to drain the power down. One thing you can do is use a multimeter here and get it set there to your DC volts to 20. And Millie, if you can help me here. All right, we can go ahead and turn our multimeter on. Turn our multimeter on. And here, be careful not to do the wrong one, but obviously red to red, green, I'm sorry, red to red, black to black on the bottom here. And we'll see on the meter what our volts are. So we're on the red, we're on the black, we're at 16.6 volts for the entire charge. So here using the calculator, 16.6 total volts on the battery pack. So we're going to divide 16.6 volts by 4 because there's 4 cells and we get 4.15 volts per cell. That's a battery that's been sitting for months. So this case is definitely expanded. I wouldn't recommend to keep using it, folks. If you want to use them yourself, you do you. But Nelson, get new batteries. I wouldn't recommend it. Here I am, a person who has drain charge, damaged batteries, and they went poof. It's not worth it. Charge your batteries in a charging bag. Nelson has a burner-proof bag that's recommended for the LiPos. Nelson, you got one for me. Thank you. I will definitely use those for charging my LiPo batteries. And you don't have to use LiPos. However, LiPos have a ton more energy than your NYMA batteries. So if you want the power, LiPo is the way to go. And a great ID charger you have with that, that's going to do you good. But get you some new ID batteries for your basic needs for just your cruising around type stuff. But let's do a quick walk around on your Xmaxx, the V1 here. You have a good looking V1 Xmaxx. One thing I wish they would have done better on this one is giving you the ability to adjust your wheelie bar. And you can't, but all's fair in love and war. It may even look like a little bent back there as it is. Yeah, well, not a big deal. But to open this up here, we're gonna turn our locking tab, lift that part up, pick the back end up, and there we are. So there's some nice color in here. I don't know if somebody upgraded that or changed that. One thing I did notice on this, here, there's some play on this. Like when I pick it up, that separates. I don't think that was supposed to do that. I mean, it still drives okay, but look at that. I think somebody may have taken this apart for some reason to work on it, because it looks like there was a cover on it, but it's not there anymore. It stays together. It shouldn't come across, but something shouldn't come apart. Looks like something's missing there. So let's go ahead and put some of these SMC batteries back in and get those burned off a little bit to get that power release down to storage mode. Doesn't matter which side they're going on. These actually fit really nice in there, but they're puffy, they're fat. So tuck your lead, your voltage regulator down there, just out of the way, lock it in place. This is long enough it can run over. You can go on the inside too, really your preference. We're gonna put both sides in there. If we can get it in there the right way. There we go. Slide it over, push it in to lock it. Now from here, we're gonna go ahead and turn our remote on first. Traxxas remote, our green lights come on, it's good. Plug your batteries up. Only gonna go one way, you can't mess it up. All right, batteries in. Here on our ESC, there's a on and off button here on the ESC. We're gonna push the button on the ESC. All right, everything's on. I'm gonna get the controller here and see if the wheels turn. Yeah, we have a good link on the ESC receiver there. Now, to put the body back on, to do the body, you need to make sure you start with the front. It's gonna catch on the front right here. It's gonna catch right there. So you need to slide it into it, go from the back, or kind of jump over this piece here. Push it in place. And do your locking. Push your lock down, then turn it, and it's on there. So Yeah, not bad. Fits pretty good. So let's go out here and do a quick grip and see how she handles. All right, so hey, if we recall here, this is not a fully charged battery, Nelson. But it'll give us the idea just to see how everything's working on it. All right, first here we're just gonna run it on the road. See how she handles. Everything works on this pawn shop special. All right. Now you can't see what I just noticed there. Something's going on with this thing. When I tap in the throttle, the throttle was not working like it should. And I can see something here on the back of it's looking bent. So let's look at this from the back. Nelly, walk around the back side of it here. Let's look underneath it here. All right, look at this. This would be like a tie rod. Here on the back, it's bent. When I turn the wheel, we can see it spinning. So Nelson, you're gonna need a new tie rod on the back of this thing. So because we see the other side looks like it's bent, the other side's bent too. So 2 new ones on the back. Let's check the front. Yeah, front's looking okay on both sides. All right, so let me just rip it just for another few minutes here in the grass. But yeah, we're definitely gonna need some new, I think they'd call tie rods. That is not full throttle. I'm not gonna get too far with it. Let's bring it back here. That wasn't too bad. So Nelson, yeah, not a bad truck. Good truck you got here. I think you need to do a few little modifications to get you some new batteries. Aside from that, Nelson, you got a nice one here. She's a ripper. Yeah, I just lost power there. That was not me doing that. So maybe it could be a control issue, or likely I'd say more like an ESC issue. It shouldn't be getting hot that fast. Yeah. Nelson, you got a nice one. Congratulations.